What if I told you that the power to protect seniors from measles is not hidden in a doctor's office, but right inside your kitchen? Imagine this. A simple bowl of soup, a handful of nuts, or a glass of fresh juice could decide whether an older adult's body can fight off infection or surrender to it. Most people think measles is only about vaccines and medicine, but the truth is, especially in older adults, nutrition plays a decisive role. When the immune system is already weakened by age, the right foods can act like invisible shields, strengthening the body's soldiers and repairing the fortress walls before the virus can break through. This is not just theory, it is science. Superfoods, those nutrient-rich gifts of nature, provide the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that seniors desperately need to survive infections like measles. From carrots packed with vitamin A, to berries bursting with vitamin C, from protein-rich beans to zinc-filled seeds, these foods are not luxuries, they are lifelines. In today's video, we will uncover the 10 superfoods that can help older adults build strong immunity against measles. You will learn not only what they are, but how they work inside the body, and how even small changes in diet can save lives. Before we dive in, let me ask you, do you or your loved ones over 60 pay enough attention to food as a form of medicine? If not, this could be the most important message you hear this year. If you care about protecting the elderly and want more powerful insights on health, do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your family. Together, we can make sure no senior is left defenseless. Let's begin with the science behind why these superfoods matter so much for seniors facing measles. Measles is caused by the rubeola virus. In children, the immune system is typically strong enough to mount a defense, but in seniors, the immune system undergoes immunosenescence, a natural decline in immune cell activity with age. That means older adults have fewer active white blood cells, slower antibody responses, and less ability to recover from infection. When measles strikes, the body is placed under enormous stress. Fever burns calories rapidly, inflammation consumes vitamins and minerals, and every cell in the body calls for reinforcements. If those reinforcements, the nutrients, are missing, the virus gains the upper hand. This is why superfoods are essential. Vitamin A, found in carrots, sweet potatoes, and spinach, is one example. Without it, the protective lining of the lungs and throat weakens, making pneumonia far more likely, which is a leading cause of death in measles cases among the elderly. Vitamin C, abundant in citrus fruits, bell peppers, and berries, boosts white blood cells, strengthens connective tissue, and accelerates recovery. Without it, wounds heal slower, and immune defense falters. Zinc, present in seeds, nuts, and beans, is the construction worker of the immune system, repairing cells and supporting new antibody production. A zinc-deficient senior cannot build enough defense to withstand measles. Protein from eggs, chicken, fish, and legumes is the raw material for antibodies, the weapons that fight infection. Seniors who eat little protein often lack the strength to recover after high fever. Antioxidants from green tea, dark leafy greens, and berries neutralize free radicals produced during infection, protecting cells from further damage. Think of it this way, measles is like a raging fire inside the body. Superfoods are both the firefighters and the water supply. Without them, the fire spreads uncontrollably. With them, the flames are slowed, contained, and eventually extinguished. Science makes one fact clear. In the elderly, measles is not just a viral infection. It is a battle between the virus and the nutritional reserves of the body. And that battle is often won or lost before the virus even arrives, depending on what foods are regularly on the table. If this makes sense to you, hit the like button and leave a comment below, telling me which of these nutrients you think is most overlooked in senior diets. Your interaction helps spread this life-saving knowledge to more families. Let me share with you a story that brings all this science to life. There was a man named Robert, a 76-year-old retired teacher living in Florida. He loved reading, enjoyed gardening, but often neglected his meals. Most days, breakfast was just a piece of toast with coffee, lunch was light, and dinner was sometimes skipped if he was not hungry. To him, eating was secondary, just fuel, not medicine. One winter, his granddaughter visited, unknowingly carrying the measles virus. Within days, Robert developed a fever, a cough, and the telltale rash. At first, he thought it was only a seasonal flu, But as the fever worsened and breathing became difficult, his family rushed him to the hospital. Doctors found his immune system severely compromised. His vitamin A levels were nearly non-existent, protein intake was too low, and zinc deficiency had left his body unable to repair damaged tissues. The measles virus was spreading aggressively, and Robert was developing pneumonia. The turning point came when his doctors decided not only to treat the infection, but also to rebuild his nutrition. They provided vitamin A supplements, nutrient-rich meals, and protein shakes to restore his strength. Slowly, his fever began to settle, his cough improved, and his body regained the power to fight. After weeks of recovery, Robert returned home. This time, he saw food differently, not as casual sustenance, but as his strongest weapon. He started eating more vegetables, adding nuts and beans to his diet, and drinking fresh juices instead of coffee alone. He told his daughter, "I realized my kitchen was either my enemy or my shield. From now on, it will be my shield." Robert's story is not unique. It is a mirror of what many seniors face: silent malnutrition overlooked until an infection like measles exposes it. His survival was not only thanks to medicine, but also because nutrition became part of his healing. If Robert's story touched you, leave a comment with the words "Food is medicine" to remind yourself and others that every meal matters. And please share this video with someone caring for their elderly parents or grandparents. It might just save a life. Now let's take Robert's story and broaden it into a bigger truth. Measles in seniors is not just a rash and a fever. It is a dangerous storm fueled by age, environment, and most importantly, nutrition. Did you know that measles can wipe out the body's immune memory for months, even years? Scientists call this immune amnesia. It means that after measles, your body may forget how to fight infections it once recognized. For children, this is already serious, but for seniors with already weakened immunity, it can be devastating. Add to that the complications. Pneumonia is the #1 killer in elderly measles cases. Encephalitis, a swelling of the brain, can cause seizures or permanent damage. Severe dehydration and malnutrition arise because fever and loss of appetite burn through reserves that are already low. And here is the shocking part. Each one of these complications is made worse when nutrition is poor. If vitamin A is lacking, the risk of pneumonia skyrockets. If zinc is low, tissue repair fails. If protein is missing, antibodies cannot be built fast enough. Think of it like a house under attack by both fire and flood. The virus is the fire, spreading through the rooms. Malnutrition is the flood, soaking the walls and weakening the foundation. Together, they don't just damage the house, they collapse it. This is why awareness is so important. Many seniors believe they eat enough, when in reality their meals lack balance. A slice of bread, a cup of tea, or a plain bowl of rice is not enough to fuel the body during an infection. The body in crisis needs vibrant foods, colors on the plate, nutrients in every bite. And here is a sobering truth. Seniors with measles are up to 6 times more likely to die from complications than children. That number alone should make every family pay attention. Nutrition is not a detail, it is the deciding factor between survival and tragedy. Awareness leads to prevention. It teaches us that every choice at the dining table builds either a wall of defense or a door left open to illness. If this part opened your eyes, tap the like button and write in the comments the words "Defense starts with food." Your words may inspire another senior or their caregiver to take nutrition seriously today. So what can we actually do? The answer lies in transforming the kitchen into the first line of defense. Science gives us the knowledge, but daily habits give us protection. For seniors, every plate of food can be either a shield or a weakness. There are 10 superfoods that strengthen elderly immunity against measles. Carrots and sweet potatoes are rich in vitamin A and protect the lining of the respiratory tract, lowering the risk of pneumonia. Spinach and kale are leafy greens packed with antioxidants and iron, supporting red blood cells and overall vitality. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and grapefruits burst with vitamin C to boost white blood cell strength. Bell peppers, surprisingly higher in vitamin C than oranges, add color and protection to meals. Berries such as blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are filled with polyphenols that fight inflammation. Nuts and seeds, including almonds, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds, deliver zinc and healthy fats to repair tissues. Beans and lentils are affordable, protein-rich, and easy to digest for older adults. Fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines provide omega-3s to reduce inflammation and strengthen cell membranes. Eggs are an accessible protein powerhouse with vitamin D for bone and immune support. Garlic is a natural antimicrobial that helps the body resist infections. Imagine these foods not just as groceries, but as daily medicine. A bowl of lentil soup with spinach sprinkled with garlic, a breakfast of scrambled eggs with bell peppers, a snack of nuts and berries, a dinner of baked salmon with sweet potatoes. Every meal becomes a treatment, every bite a defense. Hydration is equally important. Fever depletes water rapidly, and older adults often forget to drink. Herbal teas, clear soups, and water-rich fruits like oranges can keep the body resilient. Families must also be part of this change. Cooking together, sharing meals, and checking on elderly parents or neighbors is not just kindness, it is prevention. Food is love, but it is also protection. Doctors remind us that while vaccines protect against measles in childhood, nutrition is the lifelong ally that determines how well the body responds to infections in old age. For seniors who were never vaccinated, food is now their frontline defense. If these superfoods inspired you, leave a comment with the words, "I choose food as medicine," to remind yourself to eat for protection. And do not forget to share this video with family members who care for the elderly, because one shared meal could prevent a deadly illness. We cannot turn back the clock, and we cannot erase the vulnerabilities that come with old age. But what we can do is powerful. We can strengthen the body's defenses with something as simple, as ordinary, as food. Let me return to Robert, the retired teacher from Florida. After his frightening battle with measles, his daughter made a promise that she would never let him face another illness unprepared. Together, they began a new routine. Every morning, they juiced fresh oranges, blending them with berries for a burst of vitamin C. At lunch, they prepared lentil soup with garlic and leafy greens. Dinner often included salmon or eggs with sweet potatoes. Within months, Robert felt like a new man. His energy returned, his immune tests improved, and more than just his health, his spirit was renewed. Because he realized that every meal was a step towards survival, dignity, and hope. Robert is not alone. Across the world, seniors who embrace nutrition as medicine are living proof that food changes outcomes. Measles may be a virus, but it thrives or fails based on the body it encounters. A nourished body resists, a starved body collapses. So the question is, what kind of body will you build? For seniors, food is not only nourishment, it is the shield against infections, the key to resilience, the path to independence. For families, cooking with and for loved ones is not just an act of care, it is a legacy of protection. Remember this, a kitchen can be either a battlefield or a sanctuary. The choice lies in what we put on the table. Today I invite you to take one simple step. Add one superfood to your daily meal. One carrot, one handful of nuts, one egg, one piece of salmon. It does not have to be complicated, but over time, these small choices create a fortress against disease. And let us never forget, food is medicine, food is love, and food is survival. If you believe this message matters, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you care about. Together, we can protect our elders, not just with medicine, but with every meal they eat.